Alright, Federal Railroad Administration Track Safety Standards Compliance Manual Field Reporting and Procedures and Forms, Chapter 2. Chapter 2, it's 35 pages long. Chapter 2, Field Reporting Procedures and Forms. Inspectors must record each of the field inspection tracks and report in F618096, also called the Form 96. Inspection reports shall be completed with promptly submitted even when in inspection-free or defective observation. The data contained with the 96 form, including a railroad reply, the corrective action in items transferring the FRA safety database to processing order permitted generation of several management reports of data is helping to determine the effectiveness of the overall inspection program, the degree of compliance, the effect of the track safety standards on the reducing of the track related accidents. The information obtained with the inspection activities also play a key role in development of the FRA's National Inspection Plan. The plan is a critical tool provided with the efficiency allocation of the FRA and resources throughout the nation in order to ensure the safety and viability of the general system of the railway transportation. Track Inspection Form 96. The section described the method used to prepare the inspection report. Since 1995, the track inspectors have been recorded for the inspection activity to multiple disciplines. The FRA Form 96, for the purpose of the form, is required in the inspection defects of the placement is FRA safety database. The Railroad Inspection System of the Personal Computers, or ISPC, Railway and system personal computers providing inspectors do the capability of entering inspection data to the personal computers. The program allows them to indicator to maintain electronic records, facilitate data analysis throughout the railroad inspection system for personal computers. Help instructions available to assist navigation using software by using the menu, help selection, and question mark icon. Each inspector engaged with the field inspection activities must complete the track Form 96 for the daily inspection, generate the complete and legible information for the submitted for the 96 railroad representative. The electronic railroad inspection safe system personal computer generated with the track inspection reports entries. The preferred method to be used. The inspector can be utilized with a hand printed 96 form when necessary. Computer failure. Inspector must make hand printed entries into the black and blue blue ballpoint pen, applying the sufficient pressure to ensure the legibility of copies. Additional space if required, but the inspector must use 96 containing sheets of number each page and the use 96A continuation sheet number each of the page in the upper right hand corner of the report. While in the handwriting of the report, inspector should enter the information of the railroad inspections of system for personal computers. Inspector shall provide the notice of delivering the conditions found on the day of the inspection, either one, by the electronic PDF copy of the Form 96 of the reinspection report, email, on other electronic medium, two, hand deliver paper copy of the Form 96 containing line items recommended with civil penalty. The hand-delivered property signed by the inspector shall be provided with the railroad representative. For special instruction completion, each of these fields, the Form 96 refer to the EM Appendix C of the instruction 96 track inspection. Special instructions and inspection form the state lines. Completing the inspection report that begins with the state and terminal of the state line follows the internal name of the community and its origin of the community, using the county nearest inspection start point from the city block of the inspection form from the state line name in the drop down menu from the destination city. The block indicated with the state line, four digital artificial identifier codes starting with the digits 99 to indicate the state line, followed by the two-digit state code for adjacent state, and the drop down menu for the example of the inspection conducted with the Erie, Pennsylvania to Ashtabula, Ohio would be reported in two separate forms like files. The first report would be the city of the Erie 2640, state Pennsylvania 42, county Erie CO49, destination city of PA through the Ohio state line 939, Erie CO49 409. Second report, Ohio to Pennsylvania state line, Ohio County Ashtabula 942 39 CO07, city Ashtabula to the 033, Ashtabula County Ashtabula 007. Inspection reports should be numbered consecutively. They can be associated with each of the other listing inspection activities. A clear picture of the location of the entire inspection will be available. The inspection crossing the entire state will show state line identifiers to each of the end will be associated with adjoining inspection reports with the consecutive report numbers. For the example, the reporting inspection of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania through West Virginia to the Columbus, Ohio as follows. From Pittsburgh 600 6600 PA to 42 city destination Pennsylvania over the West Virginia state line 9954. County Allegheny C003, County Allegheny C003. Second report, West Virginia, Pennsylvania state line, West Virginia Brook, City, West Virginia state line, Brook. Third report, Ohio from the West Virginia state line, Ohio, Jefferson, the Columbus City, destination city in Columbus and Franklin. Using the county nearest city code for the inspection beginning with the end of the internal borders of the E.G. Canada and Mexico. When an inspection occurs at one point, for example, the inspection within the confines of the yard once municipally, is not necessary to fill the destination fields. Defective line item in the Form 96 reports. Inspectors must upload the railroad inspection system personal computer inspection reports while the weekly basis. If an error is discovered requiring the current erection of the report, the corrective of the report must be issued with the railroad representative. Further, as soon as possible, the corrected report must be uploaded to the FRA's data contact tracker. When making an unaccompanied inspector, the inspector will deliver a copy of the report to the railroad personnel having jurisdiction in the area covered by the report, and however, when the inspection summons such as one in train occurs, no defects are noted, but it is not necessary to deliver a copy. The track discipline do not mix the defect online. Only line items checked with a yes recommended with the violation field for the 96 form. In this case, when the inspector discovered the defect of the violation the items during the inspection, this will require a minimum of 2 separate reports. One defects only, another of the violation items only. See below with the lines item recommendation and violation. Violation is recommended with the line item of the Form 96. Inspectors should complete a separate 96 report for any item identified with the recommendation of the violation. However, the above inspection pertaining to the uploading corrections as applying to the report containing the items checked in the yes in the violation recommended to field in addition with the careful monitoring with the written notification of the FRA of the remedial action field to ensure the railroads are complying with the requirements. Failure to the railroad to comply with the written notification requirements should be considered with the violation of Part 209, Section 405A. Multiple violation line of the field 90F Form 96 reports must be on the same as the CFR part because all the items in such report will automatically populate into the item Form 111 violation narrative report. See below. Your violation report narrative, the FR 6180-111, it was also necessary to provide substantial information for the Form 96 written narrative reports 111 recommended 6180-111 recommendation violation written narratives accompanying the field in Form 96 and railroad inspection system personal computer system using the F18696 form to contain the recommended civil penalty for generating this field Form 6180-111. Opening the railroad inspection system personal computer main menu, performing the following actions. Select other programs, select new violation report. At the blank violation screen, select new report for the inspection report wizard. Select appropriate violation from track 213-1. Highlight the report item line items number that you want. Select and create violation report. 6. Inspections are to enter the sequential violation number and click OK. Note the number 1 recommended violation of the road worker safety place item of the track Form 214 and the special instruction completion. Each of the field of this form narrative form 6180-111 report refer to the appendix D 6180-111 track violation. A narrative submitted with the track inspection should contain with the sufficient data detail completely describes support the inspection activity complies copies of all pertinent data such as railroad plans, record bulletins, orders, pertinent photographs, names and titles of railroads employees who were witnesses time of the day inspection investigations as was conducted, the location of any violation reference to be suffixed, and objects should also be furnished with the further support of the inspection activity. The GPS coordinated, if available, may also be used when violation of the report to take greater care to obtain adequate evidence to support the violation. Should have evidence of the personal observation of record indicating the train operation over the track defect. Also includes an evidence that the railroad should have known knowledge standards that defective existed must include in accordance with the statute 213.5a, which states that the track regulations apply to the track owner who knows and has noticed the track does not complete the requirements. This knowledge is standard and pertinent includes a copy of the FRA track reports and the railroad own records documented with the prior knowledge given to the railroad indicating with the presence of the track defect, establishing knowledge of the defective constructively shown the defective of such a nature. The The railroad will now having defective past track inspection chapter 4 with its manual additional inspections concerned with the knowledge of standards. Inspectors should be carefully identify the narrative report, all circumstances with the facts. Inspector does not witness stating the source of the information. If necessary, accomplish this attaching the report for the interview with the narrative report, identifying all the copies of record provided with the name, title, and address, and the custodian original records. Submission of photographs as evidence. Photographs can be very strong evidence in support of the violation. Utilizing photographs in the violation, the narrative package explaining each of the photograph shows clearly identified with each of the photographs illustrates support of the violation. Violation multiple counts with line items. Caption each of the photo link to the specific violation subtype. Submit 2 copies of each of the photograph. The FRA office, the chief of the counsel to ensure the respondent will have the same evidence the FRA has in possession. Digital photographs are acceptable alternatives to conventional prints. The use of the software plays the description of the pointers to help read the understanding the narrative of the violation acceptable. However, the photograph shall be not digitally manipulated in any manner to alter the appearance of any item and element in the photograph. In addition, noted digital photographs to indicate there are no electronic alterations. Statements of witness. Unless the violation is sustained by the inspector personal knowledge, the railroad owns the records and admission with the railroad officials containing the reports of the interview. The violation reports and should be accompanied by 1 or more witness statements. And if a statement is obtained with a non-employee, consult with the office of chief counsel on how to proceed with the witness statement. The clear substance and element the violation is not established by other evidence is any type of the case of violation reported with the based on the information received from the complaint. Neither the report nor any of the attachments should reveal the case arose from the complaint of identifying a person with the complaint. The safety laws, Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 2010. 09H, prohibiting, revealing, and identifying anyone that brings the safety compliance to the FRA without the person writing of the permission until litigation occurs. Each witness statement must contain the time, date, full name, time, and the mailing address of the person who has interviewed. Copies of the railroad's records. When necessary, the violation reports accompanied with the legal copies of the railroad's relevant company containing information will be provided with the FRA office of the chief counsel with the substantial documentation violation. The violation should give a clear understanding of how documents demonstrated the violation of the federal safety regulations. Information must be submitted with the form of the duplicated copy of the records through comprehensive word extracts taken in the railroad records. Violation report and arrangement. Arrange any of the violation report packages in filing order. The form 618011, including any continual sheets or original form of the form 96 containing recommendations. Civil penalty exhibit A. Form 96 reports the inspection that includes the defects of the recommended as violations identified with the exhibit. Statement of witness, if any, identified as an exhibit. Copies of pertinent pages, timetable, and any other instructions that affect the time of the violation, such as temporary speed and the amendments that authorize the speed identified with the exhibit. Photographs described. Photographs should clearly illustrate the severity of the violation. Dynamic movement is added with the measurement. Anything further documented with the defect is recommended with the violation. Do not include photographs if they do not show something that's significant in supporting the violation identified as an exhibit. 7 copies of the railroad records, when they available, are part of the determination recommendation violation identified as an exhibit. And 8, identifying any other the further substantial violations ordered as an exhibit. Further identification purposes, each attachment of the violation report package must be labeled with the inspector's initial violation report number or type of the upright corner of each of the sheet, and noting that noting any of the attachments in the upper right hand corner of each of the page with the date and time and location was received, and it should indicate with the name and the title of the person custodian records from when the document was received. Example, the JRI 35, the date, and then the time, then New Orleans, Louisiana, for example, the city. If an inspector feels the violation needs a special handling, the inspector must submit an additional cover memo with the and with the regional administrator justifying the recommendation of special handling, including the penalty above the amount shown with the penalty schedule, Appendix B 213, up to the including but not penalty of $27,000, or when numerous counts of multiple days are recommended. Supervisor review. Upon receipt of the track inspection, any of the reports submitted by the inspector to the track specialist will make through a review of the determined completeness of the report that is prepared with the accordance of outstanding instruction, the type of the name of the inspection consistent with the goals of the FRA, focused attention of the violation reports inspectors recommended with the civil penalty, the penalty scheduled and issued in conjunction with the track safety standards provided to the penalty amount for each of the standard violated. The inspector recommendation of the prosecution should leave no doubt with the degree of seriousness of the violation violation in order to assess the appropriate penalty before uploading the 6180.111 program narrative from the Railroad Inspection System personal computer system, sending hard copy to the regional headquarters inspectors to send the draft copy to the supervisor specialist for the review. Electronic draft copy can be generated with the printing of the PDF, emailing it to the specialist after consideration of the hazard specific track violation. The record accident's overall compliance attitude should indicate his or her concurrence and non-occurrence of the inspector's estimated with the serious violation. The specialist may also indicate edit and concern, but the inspector can incorporate into the final report package. If the specialist does not occur with the inspector's estimated with the serious violation, inspector should prepare a memorandum stating the fact of the reason for his or her non-occurrence. He or she address the memorandum of the regional administrator attached with the violation report copy furnished with the inspector. The report should then be discussed with the inspector. Violation report package distribution. If uploaded to Form 6180.111 in the form narrative, the railroad inspection personnel per computer database in the 30 days after the date of the inspection report. Upload the process. The inspector should prepare the paper copies of the entire violation report of Form 6180.111 and all the attachments, sending them into specialists. The violation report package will accompany the inspection reporting support documentation. The inspector shall prepare, submit the regional office of the original 2 copies of the report. If the report of the photographs include the photographs on original copy, do not use the photocopies. After review of supervisor specialist, the region will distribute the original and 2 copies received as follows: the original report, photographs, and 1 copy of the report duplicate separate of the photograph to the FRA office of the chief of the council. 1 copy including the photographs for the regional file, in addition with the above 1 copy of the transmittal from the submitted to the track division, the RRS 15. The inspector may show wish to retain the copy of his or her file. Number of the violation reports sequential throughout the inspector's carrier without the regard for the end of the calendar's official year. The Form 6180.96 attachment. The narrative will continue the number independently based on each of the calendar year. Special notice for the prayer. Special notice for the prepare report. An effective instrument to handle the circumstance of the railroad does not include the proper remedial action to address the defects in accordance with the current FRA policy circumstance. Non-compliant track conditions are repetitive pose the safety risk. For example, if the inspector has determined that the segment track does not comply with the Title 49 CFR Part 213, unsafe and continued service, or persistent imminent safety hazard to railroad employees, the general public, if involuntary compliance has not been undertaken at the railroad, inspector should be prepared to issue the special notice repairs under the guidelines described in Chapter 4 of the Track Safety Standards with the Compliance Manual. Line items Inspector 6180.96 for the support of the special notice for the repair's report should have the line item box and the special notice for the repair report checked. Special notice repairs for Form 6188 and the instruction. The defects noted with the special notice for the repairs for representative of the general condition identified with the track segment, and the track inspector should include a note in the track inspection report from the stating of the conditions reported by the representative of the conditions identified with the track segment attachment of the Form 6180.96 on the special notice for the repair 6180.8. Fill out the original 3 copies of the special notice for repairs form, and they'll give the original appropriate for the carrier of office, issue, and distributed with the copies and its files. First copy sent to the track specialist. Second copy forward to the Office of Administrative and Safety Attention for the track division, the RRS 15. Third copy inspector file. Upon receipt of the special notice for repairs, the Spit Railroad applied with the decision inspector regional administrator. Such appeal must be written. The regional administrator will then assign the inspector other than the inspector who has originated this action to re-inspect the track. If the decision of the original inspector is abstained, with the regional administrator will notify the railroad that the appeal is denied. If found to be safe and operated with the class deemed the proper, the railroad regional administrator immediately notified with the railroad restriction is no longer in effect. If the case of the doubt exists with a serious condition, the regional administrator will postpone the effective date of the slow order until the re-inspection occurs. Only if the regional administrator has the authority, inspector shall not make any of the statements that could be indicated, but the FRA will resolve the problem for the FRA concerning with the completion of the Form 6180.8 Railroad Inspections Personnel Computers. See Appendix E for the instructions. 6180 and 8 special notice for repairs. Alright, your special repair remedial action report 6188A instructions. An appropriate railroad official completes the special railroad remedial action report, or SRRA R. Identifies remedial action of the railroad correcting non-compliant conditions on the special notice for repairs, or the railroad inspection personal computer program will populate the data for the special notice for repairs to the special repair remedial action report. Once the special notice for repairs is completed, inspections will option the printing of the hard copy, saving the special repair remedial action report in the PDF. Additional inspectors will have the obtaining of the email reporting of the appropriate to the railroad officials. The over inspectors are encouraged to hand deliver the hard copy of the special repair remedial action report along with the special notice for repair to the appropriate railroad officials whenever possible. Should always mail an original copy of each of the railroad for instruction concerning with the completion of the Form 6180.8 Railroad Inspection Personal Computer, or see Appendix F, instructions for the 6180A Special Repair Remedial Action Report. When signing the re-inspection in form of the special notice for repair, the inspector should commences that active immediately. The inspector should conduct the re-inspection in accordance with the provision of Chapter 1 of this manual will be made over the entire limits covered by the special notice for repair. The inspector will determine the defects present to support the decision issuing the special notice for repair. The inspector must also submit a regional administrative thorough copy of the written report must include a written description of the condition found, field measurements where applicable, photographs, a statement given reason for any of the denying and above the appeal. The reinspection will then take consideration aspects of the Fra Safety Standards and shall be not limited in defects with a special notice for repairs. If responsible, the track specialist for keeping the regional administrative advise the development as they occur. If they occur, or it does not occur, the 6188A for the FRA 38 days inspection following up will conduct. The first purpose of the inspection is to determine the carrier is complying with the provision of special notice for repair. If the courier does not address the conditions of the special notice for repair, refer the section of the violation of FRA emergency order for this FRA special notice for repair in Chapter 4. Alright, Appendix A. We're going to split it now.